One of the motivating factors of my wanting to deal with this book was I wanted to share information on the mobbing of Joseph and Sidney Rigdon in Hiram, Ohio, because I feel that it's important to understand the geography of what happened. Where was Joseph Smith sleeping that night? And how did those events occur that took place there? And so I'm really grateful that we got to put some maps in the book that help deal with that and lay that information out. But as I was dealing with this and a number of other issues, I got a marvelous opportunity to draw on some new source material. There are a lot of things in the book that no one's ever seen before.
Back to the new published Brigham Young journal or documents. We just had this new complete volume by Signature Books. In fact, I think complete is in the title of it. Are they not in those then?
No, you need to buy my book if you want more of those. So there are about 250 sermons, additional sermons, and only 50 of those have been transcribed so far.
Really? That many?
So there are a lot that we don't even know what he said yet. We need to wait until that work gets done. Yes?
You spoke a lot about Isaac Morley. He has quite a large family in this area. Is there things about Isaac Morley that we're going to learn new?
Yes, there are. As I mentioned earlier, I focus on Black Pete, kind of trying to get to the Morley family through his perspective. But I needed to deal with Isaac Morley as well. So I put him in his context. I deal with... I'm trying to think if there are any sources that have never been seen by anybody before with him, and there might be a couple. But I do use some sources that nobody has really looked at before in terms of trying to build an idea of the Morley family, who are members of the Morley family. Because we didn't actually do archaeology in the ground at the Morley farm, I draw on data from the surface, aerial photographs, and I walk over the site to try to reconstruct what the Morley family complex was like, placing the houses where they approximately were, and the road where it was, and the schoolhouse approximately where it was. I don't have the schoolhouse in an exact location, but I think we don't know which side of the road it's on, but know about where it's at there. And so, in the physical context, there's a lot of new information, but also in the historical details. Draw on Isaac Morley and one of his daughters that plays an important role because she writes some important narrative that I use to weave part of the story and to help piece together what the Morley farm operated like. What were the mechanics? She talks about the mechanics on the property and how they're working as a communal group. I deal with that a little bit.
Mark, thank you for coming in. Guys, thank you for being here. Again, Mark's book, Hearken, O Ye People, The Historical Settings of Joseph Smith's Ohio Revelations. Mark Staker. Thanks for being here. I'm Donnie Morris of Turning the Page. And come into Confetti Antiques and Books, $34.95. We'll have Mark sign some copies before he leaves tonight for the audience who'd like to come in and get some, and we'll have those here. Thanks again, Mark.
Thank you for having me.